But
Now you
what
can
I'm
able to read, right? At least.
yeah, little bit.
Okay. Let's click Payable Vision Operation USA. Payables Vision
Payable vision operations
USA.
USA.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's open invoice entry. Okay. Let's start with invoice.
Okay.
So clicking invoices batches.
Invoice also has to be go in batches.
It depends upon the invoices, how much the quantity we are going to create.
Yeah, normally see in the office when we used to work, whatever invoices we do it, we'll enter it manually only.
Yeah, yeah. Say for example, if you have a bulk of 50 invoices for the day, it
Hmm.
will be easy for you to create a batch with your name and date and your company or your department, so that it will be easy to record
Upload.
everything in batch.
Yes, yes.
So now you can able to see the top list, right? So whatever
Yeah,
your date.
invoice entry. Yeah, the navigation is invoice payables vision operations USA. Then invoice entry. Next, what I have to click?
So here invoice entry, invoice
Invoice
batch.
entry. Invoice batch. Okay.
Just double click it, invoice, navigate to invoice batch, invoices. See, I'm expanding the screen. Now it is in full screen. You're able to see invoice, workbench, payable vision
No,
operation.
I can see the window, but the things I cannot read the menus and all these things.
Okay, now I click the invoice window. Now in
Yeah.
the invoice workbench is open. Okay, here only we
Yeah.
create invoices.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so usually in AP we have two different teams. One person will do end to end. The one will classify the invoices.
Come again.
The one who will receive the invoices, supplier invoices, will classify the invoices.
Yes.
Classification.
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of expenses it is, whether it is a corporate expenses or trade expenses. Okay, so in trade also there is a lot
Yes.
of suppliers are there, so we will segregate it.
Yes.
Okay, whether if it is belongs to network provider or a water supplier, electricity, or any transport related or warehouse.
Product or service.
Example, exactly. So like that you need to segregate it. That is called classification,
Mm-hmm.
classifying invoices. So once it is
Okay.
classified, so you have to enter the invoice into system.
Yeah.
Okay, create one batch under your name and open this invoice workbench. Okay, so here if you see the operation unit is vision operation. So operating unit always
Yes.
same.
Yes.
There is no changes in your operation unit unless otherwise
Okay.
you have multiple operating units. So
Yes.
customer taxpayer ID. So for every customers there will be a taxpayer ID will be there.
Yes.
Okay, so if in India if you see some suppliers will have 7.5% of tax
Yeah.
value. Some will have 16%, some will have 8%, some will have 23%. Okay, so it
Yes.
depends on the service they providing to us. So that registration number is already predefined here. So these and all sample
Yes.
registration number, tax
This
registration number,
VAT number, TIN number kind of thing, right?
kind of thing. Yes.
Yeah.
So based on the invoice, you can select the taxpayer ID and
Okay.
invoice type. See, these are the type. So if you are receiving a tax invoice only for particular tax, you can select withholding tax, WHT tax. If you are receiving the invoice
Okay.
for transportation, you can select transportation invoices. So if any retainage release
Yeah.
or prepayment, if you are paying before starting the service to some supplier, special suppliers, you can select prepayment.
Yes. Yes.
So in payment in AP, there is two type of payment is there. One is actual payment, another one is prepayment. So see,
Yes.
for most of the main suppliers will not accept the payment post services. So we need to pay them in advance. So for that we have
Yes.
a rule called prepayment. So in advance we will pay based
Prepayment.
on the monthly expenses, like 1 lakh or 2 lakhs in advance I will pay. Once the invoice is received from them, we will apply and adjust it.
Okay.
Okay, say for example,
It is simple logic like advance cut.
yeah, advance payment.
Advances if you are given advances. Yeah.
It is kind of advance, but we will say it as prepayment because say there are giving huge kind of services like sending crane or sending a bulk of lorry transport like 10 lorries per day. So the cost will be
Yes.
like per month will be like 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs. So that is more than what you are going to
Advance.
prepay. So always keep them some balance to utilize the invoice creditor. So we'll pay in advance like 1 lakh, 2 lakh or 5 lakhs to them. So once the services is received, they will send the invoices. Once the invoice is received, you can apply in the prepayment and clear the
Adjust according. Apply. Yes.
adjust accordingly. Yes.
Yeah.
So that is called prepayment. So expense report, debit memo, credit memo, standard invoice. So usually most of the invoices comes under standard invoices. If you are issuing any credit note or credit memo, you select credit memo.
This purchase returns, right?
Yes. So for purchase return or sales return, you can select credit memo.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's select standard invoice.
Yes.
So PO
For
number.
example, if you receive some invoices for the products, this is the expenses which we are discussing now. For
Yes.
example, if we get invoice for the products,
Hmm.
so we have to enter accordingly the line wise product, right?
Yeah, yeah. If you are receiving invoice for the product you purchased, right?
Because products means we are maintaining inventory also.
That is fixed asset. In
Mhm.
fixed asset register, you can detail the product. Okay, say for example, if I have purchased 5 laptop or 5 cotton boxes or 50 cotton boxes for something that you can enter, sorry, not
Mhm.
cotton boxes, like furnitures or laptop or kind of assets that you can maintain in
Mhm.
assets.
Okay.
Okay, that it's
So
up to
for
you.
example, for example, if you are doing trading, we are getting from somewhere and we are selling to someone.
Okay, so for that, you need to create a one purchase order in bulk in your own, and then you have to create this. Because if you are going to
Okay.
purchase and sell, so two different invoices is there. So that will be in you have to handle it in different way. So either
Mhm.
netting or by intercompany invoices, you need to first knock off the balance, and you have to say if you are receiving the profit, right? End of the day, you are going to be receivables only.
Okay.
So that will you will record it in your receivable books.
Okay.
Say for example, if you are buying 10 cans and you are going to sell it for $15 or 15 AED, then you are going
Yes.
to receive the money from your customers. So that you will
Customer.
record it in your receivables book. So for that you have a particular account like trade payables account, trade receivables account. So there you can maintain
Okay.
that it's purchased and sales. So net you can see your profit. That will
Okay.
be a separate activity. So how you are going to handle it, that's a matter.
Okay.
So for every purchase we have a PO number. So
Yes.
when you have a PO number, you can enter here. or you can give some PO number. So for this PO number, the already defined expenses is the trading partner office supplies. Supplier number 1008. So if I am selecting a supplier, so as we saw in GL, we have a supplier number will be there. So
Yes.
first you need to create a suppliers in your payables book. That is called vendor
Yes.
management. Okay. So in vendor management, you need to create all your suppliers, Walmart or Adidas or Coca-Cola or Lay's, whatever your suppliers. You create a supplier expenses with a number. Supplier number will be created. So based on the trading
Yes.
partner, the supplier number will be there, and supplier side office supplies or what they are supplying. So invoice date is missing. Invoice date is always must.
Invoice date is always
Must.
date of receiving or invoice date.
As per invoice, you have to select.
Okay.
Okay. So here it is telling like that the date you are entered is not in an opening accounting period. So AP is not opened for this 2024. So you need to
Mhm.
select the open period of invoice date. Say for example, before we are entering this current period, you need to open the AP books. So invoice number 12345. So invoice currency USD. Invoice amount let's put 1000. So GL date. So if you are doing the activity for January month, you have to select January 31st or the particular date you are booking.
Yes. That period.
Yes. So GL date will be the last date of the previous month.
Month.
So payment rate date. So this will help you to calculate the exchange rate. 15 Feb 2024 payment rate. So here the tax amount will be calculated based on the definition. What percentage we are
What is
going.
defined by the
Yeah, what we defined for the supplier.
yes.
Payment rate type. So this and all already hide by the system. Okay, not required to use. Okay, it is not necessary to use this payment rate type, payment rate everything.
Mhm.
Okay, so main area is invoice amount, tax amount, invoice date, GL date. Okay, so based on this, you can identify the
GST
invoice date and GL date.
and vendor ID.
Vendor ID, vendor number. So supplier number,
Yeah.
supplier partner code, invoice number, PO number. This and all a major contribution field here.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so description. Let's put test, or you can put whatever you want. Office supplies, water, credited invoice. If any credit invoice open against this vendor, that you can, if you want to use, you can select this, or else you can leave it as it is. So if you are doing project management, you can update your project number or project reference number if you have anything.
Yes.
You asked it for project also, right? So if you have a project,
Yes.
if you are doing a project management also along with financial module, you can utilize
Yeah.
this field. So expenditure item, expenditure type, expenditure organization, this and all already hidden by the system. So not required to update. If you want more details to be updated for your payment, then you can use this. That
Okay.
for that you need to enable it. Now it is disabled. Okay, not
Yeah.
required this field.
Yeah, but mostly this one vendor things and the payments and the narrations that is required mostly. But
Yes,
the
the
other things
term
we don't enter.
correct. The term date is very important. That how many days you are going to pay, or how many days the vendor is provided you credit period.
Payment terms, yes.
Payment time plus 30 days or plus 45 or plus 60 that you need to select here. So see, the
That
click
is
this
as
three
per the
as per the
yeah.
vendor.
This is predefined. Like while implementation, we will define this one which supplier has what payment terms
Exactly.
and all this.
Starting from 0, 10, 20, 2 to 30, 2 percentage 10. A lot of payment terms are already defined. Okay.
Yes,
So this when you create a new vendor, you can already create that.
yes.
So the payment. The payment is again very important, that whether you are going to issue a check or electronic or a wire payment or electronic payment or check, that you need to.
See, in this one, I have a question. We book invoice, okay? We'll
Mm.
do payment at the due date, right? Now, but we have to classify now how we are going to pay.
Yes, you need to classify, because anyway, if you are going to pay next month also, you have a contract between the supplier, right? On what
Yes.
basis you are going to transfer the money, whether he is accepting wire
Yeah.
transfer or check or electronic. That
Normally,
there will
we'll
be
do,
a
sometimes we'll
contract.
give checks, sometimes online transfer, sometimes wire, sometimes TT. Depends. Every time it changes, right? Scenario. So it
That
doesn't affect, right?
correct. Then you need to select accordingly, or you can select when you. It's not necessary to do the same method. Okay, this is for
Hmm.
accounting. No, not here. You are not going to make a actual payment. This is for accounting
Yeah.
purpose. That this payment is
Accounting.
done.
So normally we
This,
can make it as a check payment. Normally it will look check
usually
payment.
yes. So you agree with yourself that whatever I can pay, but I will select check. Basically, I will select check, but I will pay wire payment or
Whatever.
transfer,
Yes.
transfer whatever it is. So maybe you
While
can put
making
it
the
difference.
payment, we can make the reference numbers and whatever how we are paying, we'll do accordingly.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So mostly, if you are select electronic, I think it will be best, because now we are doing net transfer. So
Yes.
whether it's wire or if you are transferring money to via GPay or payment Paytm, whatever it is, so electronic will be a common reference.
Common reference. Okay.
So pay group. So see, again, this is just to describe the payment only. So DTA, ECS check or EDI, on what basis
Mhm.
employee pay group or a pay group, on what basis you are going to pay that one.
Yes.
Payment to local supplier, or a payment to
Mhm.
a foreign company, or it's a domestic employee, standard
Mhm.
utility payment. So which kind of payment belongs to this vendor, this payment, that you can explain through this pay group. So if it
Okay.
is a
Okay.
corporate expenses like local water utilities or uh, what I can say, water or furniture, any fittings like that will be under utilities. You can select utilities.
Mhm.
So taxation country, whether it is US or United, what is it, Arab country or UK or
Yes.
India, that you can select the taxation country, but it is necessary to select the taxation country. And business category, fiscal classification, related invoices, this and all, not required. Invoice subtype and all not
Yeah.
required. Want to elaborate your invoice much more, then you can update it, or else ignore
Yes.
it. So this one is again required, that through which bank you are going to remit the payment to your supplier.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to define it. So define when you start the company, when you create a company, you have to define, and then vendor name, vendor address, those things and all one time you need to save.
Okay.
So this is remit to bank account number. So multiple bank accounts will be there. So accordingly, what you are going to pay, say for example, if it is foreign invoice, foreign payment or local payment, accordingly you can select the bank.
Yes.
So don't forget to save the transaction. Once you're done, click the
Yeah.
save. This yellow color disk icon is there now.
Yes.
Click save.
That is safe.
So
Okay.
you can save your first payment details. So let's
Invoice.
take the first invoice is created. Okay.
Yes.
So second, I am again creating the registration number. Instead of standard, we'll select credit memo this time. Okay. We saw one invoice. Now we'll see one credit memo.
So we have to save line wise, right?
Yes. One by one, because if your internet is poor, or if your connection disconnected, or your server slow, then whatever you updated will be lost. So always line by line you save it.
Okay.
So a lot of PO numbers are already there, so defined in the system. So if you want to define separately, you can create and try, or else you select it from here. So supplier is GE, General Electric. So supply, this
Yes.
is very easy for us, that already trading partner number, site, everything is predefined. So invoice date, again I'm giving 15 for 2023. Okay. So there is a rule set by the system here. Okay. So if it is more than 30 days, or more than 60 days, or more than 90 days invoice comes, means it will throw the pop-up to you to double check. That's the pop-up thrown here. You saw the pop-up that it is more than 1 year old invoice.
Okay.
So see, in Oracle you can set whatever the criteria you want. So somewhere if you are doing a error, or if you are not matching it properly, you can set a rule. So based on the rule, it will throw a error, and the combination error, or it will not allow you to process the payment or invoice. So accordingly, you can clear the error. So you can ignore it, and you can properly create it next time.
Your
Hello.
voice is breaking. Hello. Your voice is breaking.
Now.
No, it's
Hello.
fine.
Okay. So what I'm saying
Yeah,
is,
it's fine now.
yeah. Okay. So while you are setting up a new operation
Hello.
unit, you hello. My side, it is clear. So for me, I can able to hear you properly. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Your voice is breaking. So much disturbance. Sometimes it's like kind of mute, and sometimes it is coming and going.
No, no. I just muted and unmuted now. Uh, how
Yeah.
is the voice now?
Now it, now it's okay.
Okay. So what I try to say is, you can set the rule if you want to set any rules in between the creation. Okay. If you want to check any invoice date,
Okay.
whether it is older than 60 days, 90 days, or a year, you can set a rule, so that it will help you to avoid any unnecessary issues in your company.
Okay.
Okay. So now we are creating a credit memo.
Yeah.
Payable date, again selecting last year. Payment currency, payment date, last year date I'm selecting.
Hello. Yeah, can you speak a bit louder?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. It's better now.
Okay. So I just gave the description like return of product.
Okay.
So same like terms when you are going to clear this credit invoice, or whether you are going to adjust with any invoices, that you can put it in your reference, and term date accordingly you can select payment term, how you are going to return this credit memo, either check or electronic. Pay
Yeah.
group again standard or whatever you want, you can select from here.
Yes.
Okay, since it is a credit memo, there is no bank account defined for this, so
Yes.
no issues. Save the credit memo. Okay,
Yes.
so let me explain few important things in AP. Okay, so AP
Okay.
payables, we are going to pay to your suppliers outside the
Supplier.
company. Okay, so you need to set
Yes.
a approver. Okay, so the
Yes.
anyone can create a invoice. So to approve this invoice for payment, that one in the head of accounts will do the approval. So it depends on the
Yes.
company size. It will vary like one approver, two approver, three approver, up to four levels. Okay. So say for example,
Okay.
it's if the invoice level is
This
4 lakh.
workflow, right?
Yes.
You mean the workflow, right?
Yeah, workflow. Yes.
Yes.
So in invoice view approval history, you can see that what how many approvals you defined. So
Mhm.
for this, there is no approval defined. So if you are defined, once the approver is defined, see approval required. Okay, so you have to initiate approval. I will let you know how to initiate the approval. So once you initiate the approval, it will
Yes.
go to the approver queue. So approver will go and approve the invoice. Once the first level approver approved, it will goes to second level, and up to third level it will goes.
Yes.
So you need to define like uh, kind of invoices, how much the invoice level can go to a approval, like 0 to 50,000, 50,000 to 1 lakh, 1 lakh to 2,000, like that you need to define in the system.
Yes.
So once you approver approved, you can see here invoice view invoice approval history. So it will show you whatever the approver approved, or it
Yes.
is in which stage it
Pending.
is. Okay, this is a overview of your invoice.
Yes.
So it's approval required, status not validated, accounting unprocessed. Okay, it is not yet accounted, not yet paid, not validated, not approved.
Unless and unless and until it is approved, that it will not show in the supplier ledger also, right?
Yes.
Okay. If you means financial effect will not be there on that.
Yeah, not, you just created a draft invoice. That's it. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Now let's see. See, this is a general column. Okay. In down to that, you can see the general items, withholding tax, total amount of the invoice,
Mhm.
everything you can see here.
Yes.
Okay. So for the first invoice, I click all distribution.
Okay.
See, the line item is there. See,
Yes.
I created only one line item, and the amount you can update, that should match with your top amount. Okay. In the top, I updated 1,000. So here also you have to update 1,000.
1,000.
The amount should match with your distribution. It should not
Yes.
differ. Distribution account, you can select your expense account.
Mhm.
Let's select miscellaneous. So miscellaneous account, distribution account selected, description water, ship to whom, address, GL date is defined already 31st Jan 2023, PO number already defined, so
Yes.
everything already copied from there. So this is how you
Yes.
can segregate the line distribution. So if you want to
Mm-hmm.
enter two different lines under one invoice, so you asked for
Yeah.
multiple products, like if I have 5 units of product under one invoice, how to create it?
Yes.
I'll show you one example. This is I created for 5 units. Okay. Lot of items are there for you to verify, okay, in the screen. So this and all not required.
Okay.
So simply you can hide this and all in your selection and ignore it, because it is having too much of information that will not required
Yes. Yes.
for a user
Day to day. Yes.
for day to day transaction. It is asking to match the invoice with the PO number, but unfortunately we doesn't have much info.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am creating one more invoice. Okay, to explain you much better, that is showing some error. See here, I created the total amount of the invoice for 1000. Okay,
Yes.
the same way what how we created last time, the same way I created one more invoice with the
Yes.
value of 1000 USD. So now we are having three different product line, three different line items. So first line I selected 500 with miscellaneous account. So second one I will update for 250.
Okay.
So here you can select the distribution account according to the expenses based on the invoice. So line by line you can change the distribution account. So third item for balance 250.
Yes.
So again for this I will select the miscellaneous. So my total invoice amount is now matched. So here the line description lines also total equal to 1000 and the outside my total amount is 1000. So this should be matched. Here also you can click and create one by one. Okay, item number 1 2 3 like that amount.
Yes.
So the main thing is the distribution list and your total invoice amount in the outside that should be matched.
Match.
So here you can update your asset book or description, account details, GL date, anything. Before approving the invoice, you can change whatever you want here. So now the line items are described here. So everything is done. So you can see here the calculate tax is there now.
Yeah.
So if you click this one, it will calculate the tax for the particular supplier. Okay. So as I said, it may be 4% or 8% or 16%. Whatever you defined in the system, that will be calculated here.
Yeah.
Okay. So for all the three line items, three different tax lines are created. So once I click the calculate tax, you can see this three lines.
Yes.
Are you able to see the tax lines?
Yeah, I can see that actually, but that is predefined, right? That doesn't make any much difference. We don't need to do it
See,
manually.
how much tax that is predefined. So to calculate the tax, you
Yeah.
need to give click calculate tax once you finalize your line items.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a shortcut. The action will help you to validate your invoice, initiate approval. If you want to hold the invoice, apply prepayment, apply invoice, that you can make it here. Okay. So let's validate the invoice, related invoice. Okay. This will help you to validate your invoice. See, again the status showing needs revalidation. See, again one more thing is there, the invoice amount and tax amount. See, total invoice now comes to 1069. For the
Yeah.
invoice amount 1000, the tax is 69. If some supplier
16.
will include it in your invoice,
Product, yeah. Invoice,
already it
yes.
is included in your invoice. So accordingly, you need to enter the amount that you need to work in your Excel or somewhere and do it here. Okay,
Yes.
it should not be excess than invoice. So you need to it depends on your company that it is including invoice or you are going to exclude it. So how you are going to pay your local tax authority, that you need to define
Yes.
before starting this activities.
Yes.
Again here you can see your lines. Here you can see the hold item, who is updating this
Yes.
line, whether it is hold or released, like that the payment details. So view payment,
Mm-hmm.
if it is applied, no, we are not yet applied. Schedule payment, so it is in priority of 99. Check method, it is default for the trading supplier number one. It already defined like payment method is check, so that's why it picked
Check.
up
Check.
a
Yes.
check. So this is for prepayment, so we are not at created any prepayment. So if you are creating a prepayment, then you can see here. The same way you can create a prepayment. Okay, instead of selecting a type standard, you can click prepayment. Okay, that's a
Yeah.
thing only going to change. This you can see here the prepayment. So as of now we are not yet uploaded anything. That's why there is no distribution. So one prepayment is created, one actual payment created, one credit memo is created. Okay, so let's see. So here you can able to see, right, status is needs revalidation and approval required. Click view request, submit a new request. Okay, invoice percentage, click invoice validation, click OK. Operating
Yes.
unit vision options, you can select all. So whatever the invoices you created till now, that will be validated. Okay, hello.
Yes, I am with you.
So click OK, then submit. So whatever the invoices you created till now, that is validated. So validation is must after creating the invoices. Okay,
Invoices. Okay.
submit another request. Once it is validated, click initiate approval. Initiate
Approval.
approval. You don't need to give any parameter. If you want to select particular supplier, that you can select particular supplier alone and submit. Submit another request,
For
not yet.
the initiate validation, initiate approval.
First initiate approval, first invoice validation. Second
Yeah.
initiate approval.
Approval.
So the validated invoices will go to the approval queue.
Yes.
Go to find and see that both are completed. Now you can see for this invoice approval is already. The approver is not defined. So you need to define approver to see this. View invoice overview, you can see the invoice. Still it is need evaluation. So this is the date. Sometimes it is required multiple times. So for some reason, something that should be updated before you are calculating the validation. So this status should be in validated. Okay, this is still in needs revalidation. You do the validation once again if you are updating anything, so it will goes to validation.
Yeah.
So here it's showing like approval required. Once you are done the initiate approval, it will goes to approval queue. So invoice pending, approval pending, that like that the status will change.
Yes.
So this is how we create AP invoice, AP credit note, and prepayment. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see how to do a payment. If you want to quickly create a batch, quickly create 5 invoices, you can use quick invoices to process. So this is one of the simplest way to create some small kind of
Payments.
invoices, invoice payment. The same way, whatever we did, the same way we are going to create invoice here. Nothing, instead of creating in separate invoices, you can create in a batch. I just clicked invoice summary, view invoice summary. Okay.
Yes.
You want to see the invoices which is booked for a particular supplier, Adidas or
Yes.
Nike. So you can click that supplier number. So for that supplier, there will be multiple sites will be there. So for which site you need to see, that you need to select. So this is the record field: supplier name, supplier number, and supplier site. Okay, just
Yes.
click. So these are all the invoices created for the particular supplier.
Particular supplier. Yes.
So you can analyze, say for example, from the start of the business to till date, you created 25 invoices or 30 invoices. Whatever the invoice you need to review, you can review. See, some old invoices are already validated. For that,
Yes.
an approval not required. So you can see the same way it is created a line. There is nothing in old payment. It is not yet applied. Scheduled payment. So once it is got validated, now the status will be like this. So this is how you can see the invoice summary. Same way, payment summary. So whatever the payment you did, that you can select the number and you can see.
So we can see all the payments processed in this particular period, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
So I think there is nothing is created. So let's see anything is.
No, in the life, so we can find so many payments every month. There is so many payments. So if we want to analyze and import that in Excel and try to, we can do that, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So you know any key numbers like with the data or with invoice number or with pay ID, that you can update that and you can. I think there is no payment created. So let's see. Let's create one payment and we'll see. Okay. So the same way, if you update any data like date or supplier ID, you can create. You can see the payment.
Yes.
suppliers. Uh, okay, this is the kind of setup. Okay, how to create a supplier.
Yeah.
Okay, so clicking that, it will not open a Java web form. It will be open in the same web page itself. So if you
Hmm.
click create supplier, whatever the data I want to give, you can give and create a new supplier.
Okay.
Okay, if you want to see the supplier in detail, like
Hmm.
while creating the invoice, it is already defined. Okay, what we selected the Scott is already defined. So if you want to see whatever the definition you provided or what how it is created, then you can enter here and check. The supplier number has gone. Part of suppliers is already there. This entire supplier already created in the.
System.
Okay, this is the kind of setup. Okay, if you check, you can check and close. Don't update anything. As a user, I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay, okay, as a
Yes.
user, you can check what is whether that supplier is created or not. How the supplier is created.
Okay.
What is the supplier name exactly? What is the parent supplier
Hmm.
name? What is the tax ID, tax registration number, DUNS number, whatever it is there that you can check here. If you want to
Yes.
update anything, that if you are a valid user to update anything, then go to update and you can update the data accordingly.
Yes.
Okay. So for the particular supplier, the location is there, ship to location, bill to location, ships via UPS or what kind of shipment we are doing, payment
Yes.
method, receipt or what it is. So already it is all updated by the setup guy. Okay. So you need to touch. If you are a setup guy, you can understand this and you can change it accordingly. So whatever the requirement you are
Yeah.
receiving, that the shipment location is going to change from Seattle to Chicago or Seattle to New York. If you are going to
Yeah.
check, if you are going to change, then you need to receive your proper documents and approval from record department. Whether it is a sales
Yes.
department or your TFO's approval, everything is record. Once everything is received, then you can go and change the ship to location. Like that, if you are going to change the tax or freight terms, whatever it is.
Yes. Payment terms also we will change sometimes. Lot of things
So
we
whatever
need to
it
change.
is you want to change, that you can use this. So here, lot of details is there. Okay, this and all kind of setup. If you
Yes.
want to set up, if you want to know about setup, then we'll see it later.
Okay.
So see, this supplier, why you are having this access is to check the supplier alone. Most of the users will not have the update option. Okay,
Yes.
that is for setup details. So one who is consulting for you from Oracle, that guys will do this. So for you,
Yeah.
the view option is enough. So this will help you to see your end-to-end supplier data.
Yeah.
So this is the tech one. Okay, instead of seeing the supplier, you click view supplier and check. So this will not allow you to edit anything.
Hmm.
So if you want to define any report or if you want to see any expense report, this expense report tab will help you to download the reports.
Expense report tab. Huh?
Expense report, whatever the expenses we do.
Okay. Expense report.
Checking employee expenses,
Okay. Payroll
invoice
expenses.
number, payroll expenses. verify and exceptional comment. If you want to give anything, you can give it or verify.
So this expense report, all it will pull all expenses of the period or particular supplier on
The particular employee.
account. Okay. Even if employee or account anything, it might be anything we can.
Yes, you can update here. Yes. So this will help you to pull the report to verify the expenses. So all the invoice related details we saw today.
Okay.
So how to create memo, how to create a prepayment, and how to see the invoices which is already created, how to check the existing supplier. These and all we covered today. Okay, still how to create a payment, how to make a payment. Okay,
Yeah.
how it will impact your books. So how to
Yes.
see the reports, supplier reports, how to do a supplier
How
invoice.
this the we need to see how the mapping, how it will head the GL, right? That we need to
Yes.
check.
So that and all we see in next part.
Okay, fine, no issues.
So want you to
Tomorrow, what time will be you're free tomorrow? Today,
uh,
because due to some issues, I went outside, out of the station, so I
okay.
came late. So tomorrow, I think will be afternoon. You're free, or when you're free, that accordingly will do.
Yeah. If tomorrow is Sunday, no. So if you start early, that will be better. So we can start as much early possible.
Yeah, maybe like because tomorrow Sunday will anyway will not wake up early.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe
Early, like 11 or 12 or
yeah, that will be
yeah.
fine. That is better. So
Okay.
after
So
11 or maybe
yeah,
12
I will
afternoon
see
only.
you by 11. So you let me
Yeah,
know after 11 what is the frequent free time for you.
timing. Yes,
Accordingly, we'll start.
because maybe I'll travel somewhere in the night today. So tomorrow morning I will reach there. So
Okay.
maybe once I will go, I will take some rest. Then by 12 I will be fresh again. Okay.
Okay. So okay. So if you are okay, then we'll start by 12 tomorrow.
Sure, no issues, no issues.
Okay. So
Okay.
I think you need to speak with Suresh. So
Mhm.
he said he will discuss with you tomorrow. So you can call him after this call. And
I will call him tomorrow. After but once I reach there, I will call him tomorrow. Okay.
just try to recall it because I don't want you overloaded with all. So I stopped here. You recall it
Yeah.
whatever we did and see the video. And if you
Yes.
have any doubt, take a notes. We'll see in the first
Yeah.
10 minutes whatever the doubts you.
Sure. No issues. No issues.
So the main thing is you need to work out so that it will be helpful for you. So whatever
Yes.
I explained, so you need to
Yeah. No.
read
What
it.
I tried yesterday all night till 2 3 hours. I tried to create legal entity with different name. So because the problem I cannot connect this my server from here from Windows, and in the server internet is not working, so I cannot connect with you to give you some access on TeamViewer or somewhere. If there is just create one legal entity for me, but I don't know. Maybe I'll try to buy one LAN cable tomorrow. I'll try to connect with router. Hopefully, if it works in the server. That is the only issue left with.
You check it with your software provider whether any software
Yeah.
issue or LAN issue. If you if clear that, then it will be useful for you to connect and
Yeah, even if I have like that one, I can connect in front of you and do some entry or something. If there is
yes,
anything you can correct at the same time, it will be very easy.
yes, yes. Okay.
So tomorrow I'll fix it. Don't worry, inshallah. I will fix it by tomorrow also.
Sure, 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 sure. So this is the cap. This cap icon you can see, right?
Cap icon, yes.
Yeah, this is switch responsibility. So from AP to GL or AP to AR or asset,
Ah,
wherever you want, you
we can.
can change here.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so just I will show you the general ledger part. Okay.
Just if you do me one favor, if you have any kind of navigation chart or something for all this GL, AP, AR, and all these things, that will be very useful, easy for me. Like
That is
we like
already available in the Excel yesterday, which I shared. You check the
only
link.
that is for GL. I think GL.
You are asking for AP, right?
Yeah, AP or
In that link, you can type and you can search. It is available already.
okay. I'll check that also
You
today. I'll
try,
check. That
else
is
I will give you the screenshot. No problem.
okay. Fine, no
Hmm?
problem. I'll try and I'll if I get it, I will let you know. If I don't get it, also I'll let you know. Okay.
Let me know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, fine. No issues. No
Okay.
issues.
Have a
Thank you
nice
for your time.
good
Have a
night.
night day. Good night.
Take care. Bye. See you
Good night.
tomorrow.
Bye. See you.